So Charlton fans, hello and welcome back to another video, and of course today you all know what it means. It's the final predictions video, and yes, I managed to find a date to do the video, so here it is. But anyway, make sure to to do the usual, like, subscribe, and just before we get started, beware, it is going to be quite a long video because I'm going to go through nearly all the teams, but not not the whole one. But yeah, you know what I mean, because some teams have already been promoted, others have been relegated. So yeah, but anyway, enough mumbling around. Let's get talking about the final predictos. So I've cutted it down a bit because obviously Shrewsbury Town, Cambridge, Bristol Rovers and Crawley Town have all been relegated to League 2, whilst Birmingham and Wrexham have been promoted to the Championship. So yeah, we're going to start off at 20th, Burton Albion. I think Burton's had a great season. If I'm being honest, they've got when they still had that manager before Gary Bowyer came in, they've done a really good job. They've reconstructed it, and they've completed the great escape, and with Gary Bowyer in as manager now, they've done a real good job to stay up, and I don't think that any other football fans or the EFL or the FA give him enough credit, because the job he's done is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, I thought he's done really well. So I'll say Northampton sit 20th in League One on the final day. Moving on to Northampton Town. For Northampton Town has had a decent season, and I am going to say the word decent for probably clubs from 19th all the way to probably 9th, because a lot of the clubs like Lincoln City, Huddersfield Town, Exeter City, Stevenage, Peterborough, they've all had a decent season. But yeah, I think Northampton Town, they had a decent season. I thought they've played with some really good football under that new manager Kevin Nolan. So I thought they've done well, and of course congrats to Charlton loanee Terry Taylor, who's on loan at Northampton Town. I thought that he's been playing really well, and he's got enough game time. He's been getting more game time than he has at Charlton. So I obviously think he's gonna either get a transfer there or get a loan against Northampton Town. So I'm going to say Northampton don't move, and they stay in 19th. Mansfield Town. I thought that Mansfield, same with Northampton and Burton, they've both done incredible jobs, and I think that Nigel Cloud, or Clouds, however you spell his name, I thought he's done a real good job to keep Mansfield up in League One. I don't know whether this is their first season in League One or not, but I think that they've done a real good job to stay up, and that Nigel Cloud, he's a real nice guy, I think, and he's done a good job, and he deserves I think EFL League 2, EFL League 1 Manager of the Month or whatever. I don't know, but I think that there was some award he got at, you know, at excuse my spelling, I don't know what's going. He got given a award at an ceremony, and I think he deserves it for the for, you know, it, everything he's done. I'm so sorry about this. Moving on to 17th, Peterborough United. I thought Peterborough's done a real good job in League One so far under Darren Ferguson, obviously beating Birmingham City 2-0 at Wembley in the Virtu Trophy final. I thought that they've done a real good job, you know, to win it, and I thought, you know, I've got some quality players there who've, you know, got some decent style of play, and so I think that, you know, again, I've done a real good job. I'm just going to go through and bundle it up now. So obviously moving on to 16th place Wigan Athletic, 15th place Exeter City, 14th place Stevenage, and 13th place Rotherham. I thought that they've all played some decent football this season. You know, although they've got a bunch of, you know, losses and draws, but mainly wins, I thought they've done a real, you know, good job to try and get as many points as they can, and I thought that they've all had a real nice, you know, good season, and yeah, I thought they've all played really well. So I don't think any of them will move in their positions. I think they'll stay the exact same, I'm hoping. And then, of course, moving on to 11th to 12th place Barnsley, 11 Lincoln City, 10 Huddersfield, and 9th Blackpool. I thought that they've all played real good football, but I feel, you know, that it's a bit of a shame for Huddersfield Town, because although they looked to be in the playoffs, you know, it looks like Michael Duffy had a bit of a spell, so you know, they've dropped down to 10th place now. So I'm obviously real sad for to see them drop out of the promotion race. Obviously Blackpool, you know, when I watched them away, you know, because it was Blackpool versus Charlton, you know, Blackpool's a real dangerous side, and they don't deserve to be in the mid-table. They deserve to, you know, be in the top 6 and not in the mid-table. So yeah, and then yeah, Bolton and Reading. I thought they've both done real well, and you know, yeah, I thought Bolton's played some real great football, but you know, ever since, you know, the downfall of Ian Eviott's career at Bolton started, I thought, you know, Bolton aren't gonna do well this season, and I expected them to finish about 6th place, and they're in 8th. But yeah, all the teams I've gone through, I think they're mainly going to move up one place or stay the same. And of course Reading. Now just, you know, talking about Reading's financial stuff. You know, obviously I do hate. Obviously, I do hate the Reading a bit and hate seeing them play against us. But I hope that everything at their club gets sorted out, and that they don't get suspended from the EFL, because obviously I think they've got some deal over it. But yeah, I hope they get sorted out. That they get sorted out. But obviously, looking at the table, both them and Leighton Orient are both on the level points. But I'm going to say Reading stay in 7th place and don't get into the top 6 while Leighton or Orient do. So yeah, and now obviously moving on to the top 6, we've got Leighton Orient, Charlton, my club, Wickham and Stockport. Now going into Stockport, I thought that they've done a real good job, getting back into the top 6 under Richie Wellens. I thought that he's done a real good job and turned Leighton Orient around from losing a streak of 5 matches to winning all their past games. So yeah, I think Leighton Orient are gonna remain 6th in League One on the final day. Charlton, now my club. Charlton, Nathan Jones under Charlton has been an absolutely amazing experience. In this December, we looked like we were gonna stay in League One for another season, but the job that Nathan Jones has done, it's amazing. And in December we were in about 12th place in League One, and now we've gone from being in 12th in mid-table to now being 5th in League One, to actually doing it, actually making our return back to the Championship. So yeah, I thought we've done really well with it this season, so I think we'll move up to 4th in the table so that we get the advantage in the playoffs. Wickham. Now, I feel real sorry for Matt Bloomfield, who managed Wickham. I thought he's done a real good job, but obviously their downfall from being in 2nd place hasn't been great, and obviously they've got the trip up to Edgeley Park to take on Dave Challinor's Stockport County. I think that Wickham's going to lose against a real tough Stockport County side, because you've seen how informed Stockport have been. So I think Wickham will move down to 5th place in League One, giving us Charlton the advantage. And then of course the final one, Stockport. I thought Stockport have had an amazing season under Dave Challinor. From getting into from getting promotion to League Two to being 3rd in League One now. I think he's done. I think Dave Challinor's done a real good job, and I think their fan base is what has stirred them on, and I think they've got a real great community of blues fans supporting them, and I think they've done a real good job. But yeah, that is all my predictions done. The only reason that I didn't do Burton, Crawley Town, the only reason that I didn't do Crawley Town, Bristol Rovers, Cambridge United and Shrewsbury is because they've all been relegated, and yeah, same for Birmingham and Wrexham, they've all been relegated. But yeah, what a season it's been. It's been a real great season in League One. A lot of big moments, a lot of goals, a lot of clean sheets, and a lot of assists. But yeah, all on to Saturday now as Charlton, take on Burton being in the final game of this season, which is going to be at home. Bear in mind we haven't had the final game of the season at home since lockdown, when we finished 7th in League One, right below the playoffs. But yeah, if you liked this video, give it a like, and if you have any comments about my predictions, or feel if I've made any wrong changes, just make some comments. And yeah, but other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the finale video on Saturday night, and fingers crossed we get a win to draw the curtains. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you on Saturday. Come on, you Reds, up the Addicts and up the Charlton channel.